Yo, what's up, everyone? Today I want to talk about what I consider to be the signing of the summer. And it's a deal that Real Madrid, in hindsight, if you've been keeping up with it, just hijacked from PSG, and that is Diomande, the kid from RB Leipzig, officially goes to Real Madrid, which is just an impeccable signing. Um, I'm very stunned how quick they pulled this hijack off because I know earlier in the window, pre-World Cup, going to the World Cup, we knew he was leaving Leipzig. And I saw a couple team names out there. It was Liverpool, Arsenal were on them, a couple of Prem clubs. And then nothing from Barca or Madrid. Ends up after the World Cup, PSG started to pull away. They had his rights down and everything. It was gonna be like a transfer of 100 million, and then in comes, I swear it was like 3 days ago, I saw Real Madrid are pushing, and now it's official. I think it's an unreal signing. Helps out their attack big time, sets up the future. I mean, no one's ever going to turn down Real Madrid if they come for you, especially at the winger position. We saw a couple days ago with Vinny Jr. I wanted to make a video about that, but I don't think that's ever going to happen, him going to Arsenal. I'll eat my words if it does, but I just think it's a great signing. I watched this kid play in the Bundesliga a couple times, and I just think he's superb, especially this year. The start of 2026 till now, I mean, this kid has been killing it the past couple of months. I want to say I think he had like a double-digit assist. I definitely know he had like 15 goals in the Bundesliga. I want to say he got to 10 assists on the season, but at 20 years old doing this, going for 113 million, I mean, it's just really, really good business by Real Madrid. It does raise some questions though, like, what's the next move with Rodrigo? Obviously, we know it towards ACL. He hasn't played in a long time. Where is he going to fit in the Mourinho system? And does it actually, trigger any questions for Vinny Jr. to, maybe look around a little bit? Because Vinny's very young, but this kid is a superstar. I think he's going to be the superstar of the future for Real Madrid if he were to stay there. And I just think this is a terrible, terrible loss by PSG. I mean, especially when now it just came out too, Barcola's going. That seems like it's going to be Liverpool for around maybe 100 mil. But yeah, I just think this is a really, really good signing. We saw him if you watched the World Cup, he attacks, takes his man out so perfectly, gets past the defense, sets up perfect passes. I don't think he recorded a GNA this World Cup, but you felt his impact every game when he's on the ball. It's one of those players where, you're going to look at his stats and you might not be like, they're not going to be like wow numbers, numbers that stand out. But at the end of the day, if you watch the game, you'll probably see his impact. You can't just go on SofaScore and look at it. You can't go on one of those websites and get a player rating. You're going to have to watch it because sometimes those things are a little fugazi. I do think a signing like this definitely propels them back into Champions League winners. I think, it's always going to be them or Barcelona for the La Liga. I don't think they really care about that. I think they want to be lifting the UCL in May, June every year. And, the league will probably be on top of it. And I just think it's great with Kylian Mbappe. It takes more guys away from him and Vinny. They're going to have so much more freedom now with this kid coming in. And I just want to know, if he's going to start right away. I think he will, because I don't know if Rodrigo is going to be ready. But I don't know where Rodrigo goes now, because it's been a topic of discussion for him to leave for a long time. Madrid, I remember like last year, there were a couple eye-openers. It's always the same Premier League clubs. I don't think he'll ever go to a team like PSG, but I wonder if this is signing off on Rodrigo to leave Real Madrid. I think his contract's coming up. We know Vinny's contract's coming up, but I think he's staying. I think he's Madrid through and through. He'll never really go anywhere unless he sees the fit to take on another challenge. And I just think, Madrid's where it's at. You're playing next to Mbappe. You're getting this kid. These guys are getting signings left and right. No one will ever turn them down. Pretty bad fumble by PSG, but they're the back-to-back winners. They could probably do without him. But, I mean, when you have PSG, Arsenal, Liverpool, and then Madrid all coming after you, you're a serious talent. And I think the 100 million budget that got thrown at them, whatever they paid, it's fully justified. I mean, all you have to do is just sit down and watch a 5-minute highlight, or just go watch any game of his this year in the Bundesliga, the Pokal, or the World Cup, and you'll be like, wow, this kid's a $100 million player. Especially at 19, 20. he's going to be really good. I wonder, I raised a question, though, of how does this affect the market rest of the way for wingers? Because we know Barcola's leaving soon, and they view him around 170 million for Liverpool, but they're not going to pay that. So I don't know if, teams are going to start looking at like the Morgan Rogers, this type of signing, Elliot, and big names are flying off the board for crazy value. And if you want to play, you're gonna have to buy. You're gonna have to pay up, especially with the way with guys who play like Leipzig. Those guys, they create talent everywhere. Them and Dortmund are so good at creating talent. So I think it's a really good signing for Madrid. Very excited to see him play this year. I'm definitely gonna be tuning into a lot of games. Hopefully he's starting. Hopefully knock on wood, no injuries happen. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and talk to y'all later.